We're tracking additional rounds of showers and thunderstorms firing up on live First Alert Defender. We'll track those and additional boomers just ahead.
The family of a man shot here in Douglas Park is pleading for the public's help in solving his murder.
Also, looking for love and love only the Kentucky Wildcats? We'll tell you about a new dating site just for the Big Blue Nation.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Here we go again. More storms are hitting parts of Kentucky, so we've declared another WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. You're looking live at downtown Lexington, where it's in the mid-70s right now, and some parts of Lexington are seeing rain. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking the storms on First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, right on cue again. Jennifer, you get into the afternoon hours, those showers and thunderstorms all of a sudden begin to blow up across central and eastern Kentucky. We've had that for the past several days. We've got it today. We're going to have it for the next several days as well. Live First Alert Defender tracking these rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Southeastern Kentucky, still a lot of thunder and lightning from Harlan County back up toward the Manchester area of Clay County. A little farther to the north, that is beginning to weaken out just a little bit. Right on top of Somerset across Pulaski County, southern sections of Casey County, some locally heavy rains. Now we're watching this band of showers and storms developing across the Mountain Parkway corridor, and that is aimed back toward the northwest into sections of the Lexington area. Here's a live look into the Lexington region, where especially on the south side of town, right on top of Fayette Mall over toward Bluegrass Airport, skies are beginning to open up. Here's a live sky cam from the studios on Winchester Road. We're looking toward the Fayette Mall direction. Notice how the skies are beginning now to really darken and the occasional rumble of thunder in the distance. That extends back to the west toward Versailles and Lawrenceburg, and everything that is out there is moving from southwest to northeast. We'll have to keep an eye on this little narrow zone of showers and thunderstorms. You get a lot of that moisture to kind of make its way over the same areas, one right after another. That can lead to some issues. As we go through the next few days, Jennifer, we have a stalled out boundary across the Bluegrass State. Little areas of low pressure developing as far west as Kansas will ride right across the region. With each of those little disturbances, we're going to see an increase in the heavy rain threat. Some impressive rainfall numbers coming from the models when I come back in about 15 minutes.
We'll see you then, Chris. An emotional plea today for help from the family of a Lexington murder victim. Kwame El-Amin was one of 5 people shot at Douglas Park on Father's Day. He died several days later. Despite dozens of people being at the park at the time of the shooting, Lexington police say they have few leads. WKYT's Monique Blair has reaction from El-Amin's family. It's our top story at 4.
Douglas Park was the scene of a gruesome crime a week and a half ago after 5 people were shot during a basketball game. One of those people died, and now his family is pleading for help from the public in finding answers to this crime.
42-year-old Kwame El-Amin died 4 days after he was shot in Douglas Park during a Dirt Bowl basketball league game. 4 other people were shot. Each of those victims suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Witnesses tell us the park was very crowded the night of the shootings, yet police say witnesses have conflicting testimonies into exactly what happened that night. El-Amin leaves behind his parents, 6 sisters, a fiancé, and 3 children. Today, for the first time, El-Amin's family is pleading for anyone who may have witnessed the shootings or anyone who knows anything to come forward.
Kwame's death, quite simply, was a murder committed in broad daylight with many, many, many witnesses. And so we are asking the community for any help.
Anyone with information on who may be responsible for shooting 5 people out here in Douglas Park is urged to contact the Lexington Police Department. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Since the shootings on June 21st, the Dirt Bowl basketball games have been moved to the Dunbar Community Center. Where the next tournament will be is still being discussed. We now know the name of a woman killed in a crash that injured a Kentucky State Police trooper. It happened last night on US 27 in Somerset. State police say 56-year-old Denise Koval of Nancy pulled out in front of Trooper Joshua Brainerd's cruiser. Koval died at the hospital. Police say Trooper Brainerd was not seriously hurt. State police have not yet said if the trooper was responding to a call with his lights and sirens on at the time of the crash. We'll have reaction from KSP on WKYT News at 4:30. Chances are you've heard of Match.com, eHarmony, and even Tinder. Well, now there's a dating website just for members of the Big Blue Nation. Today, Sports Dating Inc. introduced bbnmeetup.com. The free dating site will let users create profiles, search, and match them. The goal is to help Kentucky fans find love with other Kentucky fans. Registration for the site is now open, and it will be up and running on July 15th. We're working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. We are tracking a crime alert after an overnight break-in at a Lexington store. This is some surveillance video of 5 people who kicked in a back door at Life's Journey on North Forbes Road. The suspects stole hats, T-shirts, and other items, and police say they also damaged one of the surveillance cameras. This is the second time it's happened since that store opened in January. People have gathered outside the Rowan County Clerk's office for a second day over the clerk's decision to stop issuing marriage licenses. One group is there to protest Kim Davis's decision. Others are supporting the clerk. Davis says she believes marriage should be between a man and a woman, and that's why she can no longer issue licenses. Her supporters have also gathered outside her office saying they don't think she should be forced to violate what she believes in.
Actually got really ticked off. My partner said, you know, this is serious. This is our civil right to get.
Christianity is who we are. It's not something we do. It's who we are, and it's our being, and we have to defend our rights as well.
Davis says she will stand by her rights even if she loses her job. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Amber. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. It's not just Kentucky. Same-sex couples are also running into roadblocks in Texas. The state attorney general there told clerks and judges they may object to issuing marriage licenses if it goes against their religious beliefs. Experts say contesting the law on religious grounds could eventually send the issue back to the Supreme Court. In Knoxville, Tennessee, the owner of a hardware store says he reserves the right to refuse service to same-sex couples. This week, Jeff Amex put up a sign that said no gays allowed. He changed that sign the next day to something a little less harsh, but his message hasn't changed. He says gay men and women are not welcome in his store.
Would you let a child molester come in your home and hang around your kids? Of course not. Then why should I let a homosexual come in and hang around me? It's against my nature. It's against my way of life. It's against my religion.
I am a hardware.
Amex is getting calls from around the country, some in support, others harassing him. But the Baptist minister says he feels he has to stand up for his beliefs. A federal law enforcement source says a fire that destroyed a black church in South Carolina was not the work of an arsonist. Last night's fire destroyed Mount Zion African Methodist Episcopal Church in Greeleyville. That's 50 miles north of Charleston, where 9 people were shot to death during Bible study 2 weeks ago. This is the 7th church to catch fire in the South since the shootings in Charleston. 2 Ku Klux Klan members pleaded guilty to burning down that same church back in 1995. As President Barack Obama sees it, Americans and Cubans alike are ready to move forward. The president announced today the U.S. and Cuba will reopen embassies in each other's capitals. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will travel to Cuba for the opening of the U.S. Embassy. Cuban officials say that will happen on July 20th. We'll have more details on this coming up on WKYT News at 5. The fence around the White House is getting an upgrade. The Secret Service and National Park Service began installing sharp metal points on top of the fence today. This comes amidst concern over security breaks. According to officials, the metal points will be temporary until a long-term security solution can be put in place. The work is expected to take about 6 weeks. Toyota's top female executive has resigned after being arrested in Japan. In WKYT Money Watch, what she mailed to herself from Kentucky that got her in so much trouble. And Kentucky Utilities customers are about to see their bills go up. Find out how much and what KU is using the extra money for next on WKYT News at 4.